Hey, everybody. So, eBay. Many of us remember eBay with a capital B. So we've got Brian in the room to talk about the eBay shift with the capital B. So come on in, Brian.
Okay. Hey, everyone.
Hey, Brian. Thanks for joining us.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime, brother.
Awesome. So, give us some background on when you realized this was a shift. And go ahead and share the residue you got with us if you don't mind.
Sure. This one has to be very recent. It had to have been between October and now, because I made documentations, actually notations of logos back in October. That's about the time I noticed Hershey's it was actually Hershey bar to me, and it shifted to Hershey's, and that's when I started really paying attention to everything and documenting. Um, But yeah, let me share my screen so I can show you what it used to look like. Of course, I mean, we
Awesome.
all know, but it's nice to see it.
Oh, it is nice to see it. Definitely.
Okay. There's one, and I owe these to Teresa. She's my residue hunter, along with Rena Jaceel. But it's getting more and more hard to find these things, to find residues, and I'm very thankful that people like Teresa have a gift to find these things.
Yeah.
So
Wow. Thank you,
yeah,
Teresa. That's amazing.
that's
Hey,
a
in
digital image.
the room. Hey, Teresa, you're welcome to come in too if you would like.
I can phone her real quick if you give me a few minutes. I can have her and she can talk all about it. She can tell you everything about it. Look at this right there. And I don't know if you guys notice it, but like I'm sitting there typing, it doesn't seem like it makes a correction to the capitalization of it. But that may be because it's in my history. Does it give you any issues when you go to type it in?
I haven't done it that much at this point.
Give me a second. Teresa can talk all about it if you want. Is that cool?
Yeah, I'd love to have her come in. That'd be great.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, you guys, this is an interesting one for sure. Because what's really interesting about the whole thing is that on this one is that eBay still uses the capital B in the actual name of the company. So, for instance, if you go to, well, in this reality, there it is now. Okay, so it's EBAY with no capital B. All right, but what's interesting is if you go down to the bottom of the actual screen, let me get to it here in a second. Got to find my window. I've got a lot of windows open. Okay, so if you go down to the bottom, in many areas of their website, you can see here that it says eBay companies. It doesn't make any sense that their logo would be. Now, where'd it go? I lost it. Okay, there we go. So you guys can see there, it's E capital BAY. You see that? And then about eBay. Let's just go on and click on about eBay. See what they have to say here. Yeah, there's not much there really, as far as anything that would show us the old reality, the old logo. But it does say explore eBay's latest brand campaign with the capital B. So isn't it strange that they would use the capital B still relating to their company? I mean, they're still calling themselves eBay with a capital B, but yet they've always had this logo in this reality. And I'll show you guys Logopedia here. While we are waiting for Brian to come back in the room.
Oh, hey, dude. Hey, Life Matrix. I got Teresa on the line right now. She's here with me.
Awesome.
My residue hunter, guys. She's one of the greatest. Teresa.
Awesome.
Hey, tell Life Matrix what you wanted to tell him. Go ahead.
Can I tell him about the new one I just found today?
Oh, is that okay, Life Matrix?
Yeah. Go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, go for it, Teresa.
So I went to Goodwill today, and I found a lot of residue there, and I found a lot of new Mandelas. Thomas Kincaid paintings. How do you remember the spelling for Kincaid?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know what that is personally.
Thomas Kincaid is like a famous painter, I guess.
Yes. Very famous.
Does anyone know how his name is spelled? Or how it was supposed to be spelled?
His name has changed spellings now, and I found tons of residue, which I gave to Brian. Kincaid, he makes a lot of picturesque pictures, like houses, like with snow and the trees. You know, the kind of landscape pictures. You know what I'm talking about? Like Christmassy pictures. He makes a lot of that with the trees and the forest and a lot of like nature pictures. Very famous. I can read the back of the. Let's see here. Here we go. Thomas Kincaid is one of America's most celebrated modern-day artists. He was chosen along with his idol, Norman Rockwell, and as a character inductee into the Bradford International Hall of Fame. Was named Graphic Artist of the Year for 1996 and again in 1997. And it goes on talking about him.
That's interesting. Can we save that for another time, though? Because I'm very interested in knowing about your experience with the eBay.
Yeah. Tell them about your eBay experience.
I just ordered from eBay not too long ago, and I'm getting some glasses, some new frames, and I remember the capital B, the little E, the capital B, the little A, and the little Y. And all of a sudden, I just find out that the big B is now a little b. And that totally blew my mind. And I And I knew there was residue out there, and I found it for Brian. And that must have just happened really fast, Life Matrix, because I remember ordering stuff on eBay.
It's strange because the company still relates to themselves with the capital B.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, go look at their website. I just showed some examples of it. They when you go to about eBay, there's a capital B there. It makes no sense. Oh yeah, no. So they're still calling themselves eBay with a capital B, but the logo is not reflecting that. Although so many of us remember what that looks like. And Brian, would you go ahead and share what that looks like?
Yes, I've got another thing here. I'll share everything I've got right now, tab by tab. Okay.
That would be awesome. We love it. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so this is the first one here. Okay. Second one. Third one. It seems like it's coming up fine in text, but I find this weird. Like here's a song that says eBay song, Weird Al Yankovic. Okay, I'm not gonna like actually play it, but you see how, you know, why would they put it with a capital B if it's in here with a lowercase b? I can't figure that out.
And that's what's happening with the actual company. They're calling themselves capital B eBay, but their logo is not following that. It's very strange.
That's ridiculous. So how did you find out about this Mandela effect? How did you find out about it? Because I heard from Reality Shifter, I think.
You know, I really don't know. I think it could have been somebody in the chat room, or it could have been Scarab. I'm not sure. But man,
yes, I think you're right. I think it was Scarab. Yes.
Because man, when I saw that, I'm like, no way, no. I don't get blown away by logos and stuff like that often, but this one really got me because I've spent time on eBay as a seller, and yeah, I definitely had it in front of me, in front of my consciousness quite a bit.
Well, if you could ask your audience to try to remember these colors, because I have a feeling these colors are going to change. They're going to change order or something.
I feel like they have. I feel like they have already.
Really?
I mean, I don't know, but I mean, for sure, that was not the. Here, let me just go ahead and share what you got there, which is this. Right, here we go. Yeah. So it's saying here, Logopedia, and we know Logopedia is not the best source, but let's just go with it and say this is accurate for this timeline, this reality. They're saying that basically it says when eBay was launched, they did not have a special logo. Instead, eBay was written as plain text in Times New Roman. Here it is shown in 1995. I guess that is when it was launched with the capital B. But yet 1995, basically they're saying that's when they first started, and still the same year, 1995 to 2012, it's that one. And then we go to 2012 to present, it's this one. And it makes no sense. They're still calling themselves eBay with a capital B. It's strange that there's a capital E in 1995. I mean, this is along the lines of Google. I mean, most of us grew up and realized that we had, Google in front of us for so long with a lowercase g, not a capital G. It's bizarre. These two are so charged for me because I know that's what I experienced. As so many other people experienced these logos these ways. So strange.
I mean, it definitely is. I can remember going to their website and actually visually seeing the big B. You know what I mean? It's that serious.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. There's no, I mean, for me, there's not really any debating this one at all. I mean, it's just like, it's a really obvious one, it may not be at first, but especially when you go to their, let me get back here and show you again, what I just showed you before, which is, it's strange again, that their own website is, showing, oh gosh, I think I lost it. Yeah, I think I closed it out. But even like you go to the media, we go to things like newspapers.com here, and let me zoom in on it. I mean, this is like 2007, and apparently, I mean, I guess it's not that strange if the company is still known as eBay with the capital B, but why would they not follow their company name with a capital B with the logo? I mean, it's a bizarre thing because here, let me pull up eBay. Let me pull up eBay again. But there's tons of. I mean, I can't even call this residue, you guys, because there's so much of it with the capital B in newspapers.com, and because the company is still calling itself eBay with a capital B. It's not really residue. It's still the current reality. What has changed, what is different is the logo. Weird. What company do you know that has like a lowercase or capital of a letter, but they don't actually follow that in their logo? It's really strange.
Definitely bizarre.
I mean, look here, you guys. Check this out.
I'm over here trying to hunt residue myself.
I mean, even what's strange, you guys, is even the freaking my iPhone auto-corrected to eBay with a capital B.
I'm over here looking on Etsy. I'm looking all over the place, man. Hey, Teresa, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. See if you could find. Can you find like an arts and crafts or a drawing of it, maybe? Can you see if you can find that real quick?
For eBay?
Yeah, for the big B.
You mean like somebody drawing it actually?
Yeah, or just something maybe on Etsy, maybe a ball cap or something. something.
Okay, yeah, just give me a few. I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Let me do some searching.
Okay.
Look it up.
Thank you, Teresa.
Welcome, sir.
And here's what's really crazy too. So this is the actual. Like I just searched on Google. Here it says, "Oh, I think I lost it." Let me bring it back. So here it is, eBay with a capital B on the actual search result for eBay. I mean, there it is. You know, it's not like they're saying they're not eBay with a capital B. And then we'll go to the website itself, and we've got the lowercase b, although most of us remember this with the capital B in the logo itself. And then we scroll down here, and you know all these different things that say eBay with a capital B. We've got buy, capital B here. We've got eBay official time with a capital B. I mean, it's all over. So the company is still calling itself eBay with a capital B, but the logo is not following that reality. So it's almost like maybe there's dual realities here. It's like the AI or whatever's reconstructing our, this is a theory, whatever reconstructing our reality, perhaps missed this one or can't make up its mind. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. That would be like Google. You know, Google has the capital G now. That would be like them putting everything with a lowercase g.
Right.
And at one time or another, they did have a lowercase g, but they changed it. But it would be like it always was with a lowercase g.
Well, Google's always been with the capital G now. Always.
Yeah. Oh, really? Always?
Oh yeah, no, you don't know about this one?
Oh, well, I know the E turned up on me back sometime around October.
Oh no. I guess I'm surprised. I thought, I mean, yeah, well look, let's go to let me go back to logo. Yeah, I know it's always been, it's one of the biggest ones for me as far as the logos go. Let me go back and find it here. It's crazy. You cannot find Google with with the lowercase g now.
Are you? I can't tell. Are you pulling it up now?
I'm going to. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Rena sent me a couple things. She sent me a couple things on eBay.
I'm still looking.
I mean, you mind if I share that real quick before we jump over to Google?
Yeah. Let me undo this here. Yeah. Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
That's kind of how we remember it. Complete Idiot's Guide to eBay. If that person didn't remember it, then it would have been a lowercase.
Yeah, and again, it's still strange that eBay themselves are still calling it eBay with a capital B. But
and wait a second, isn't that the actual like font style of eBay? That kind of does look like the actual font style, doesn't it?
It really does. I do believe that's real. Accurate.
Starting an eBay business. And I'm trying to find the lyrics. I actually found some lyrics to, you know, Weird Al did a song. He did like a takeoff on Backstreet Boys. It was called "I'll Buy on eBay" or something like that. So I was hunting down the lyrics, and in the lyrics, it's got the capital B.
Yeah, it's strange because I mean, it's actually kind of cool. It seems like Weird Al is actually really helping us because he seems to have a lot of stuff from our old timeline that are in his songs and parody, which is really cool. As things continue to shift and change, we're probably going to be wanting to look at Weird Al a lot more.
Yeah, well, specifically, while we're on the subject of Weird Al, real quick, me and Rena were talking about this one song, you know, Amish Paradise. And there's a lyric part where it goes, you know, I shun fancy things like electricity, but I could visually see the village people in the Amish stomping on the electronics and saying, you know, we shun fancy things like electricity. So, and I know how you guys were talking about that one song, You Can Dance, is We
Right.
Can Dance Now or something like that. So,
and again, I'm good with We Can Dance.
okay, me too. But what about that Weird Al song? Does anyone know Amish Paradise? Is it we shun fancy things like electricity? Because that's what I remember. I'm not. Wow. Wait, go back to the Google.
So here's so here 1997, 1998 when they were in beta. Well, you see, by the way, all the contents until recently. But I saw this. I saw this shift like within the past year. The capital G on the like the contents and on the apps.
Oh.
So they represented their contents with a lowercase g in the beginning. Then they went to the lowercase g. Well, capital G, lowercase g, and then again back 2015 in this reality apparently to a capital G. And I saw that shift recently on my iPhone. And if we scroll down, 1998 to let's see, 1999 here, you've got the capital G. I mean, all the way through, you guys.
Yeah, and the tilted E, I did a video on that. It for me, it shifted. I won't say October because I think October it might have been still with the flat shape E, but for me, it shifted sometime around January or February, where it turned up. I don't know. Has it? Let me ask the audience and you too. Has it always been like that? Has the E always been pointed up to some of you? I don't know.
We're gonna bring in the guy. We're gonna bring in everybody in the chat room here. So you guys are gonna be live. Here we come. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think as far as the Google and the eBay logos?
Hey, Robin.
Hey, Robin. Thanks for being moderator. You are so reliable. Oh my God! Like every time I turn this thing on and I go live, you're there pretty much.
Yep.
So wait, let me scroll this up, this chat room, and see what people are saying.
Amish Paradise. Was it we shun fancy things like electricity or I shun things like it is now? I'm curious.
Suso Anthony, you are he was saying earlier that I believe that he's an eBayer, and he was like, yeah, I totally remember it being with the capital B. I think that's who I was just talking to on chat. Yeah, Robin, thank you. That's awesome. Where's my? Okay, here we go. Let me scroll to see what people were saying about our subject matter. Hopefully, there's nothing that we shouldn't broadcast here. I think people have been behaving themselves. Melanie's asking, we're in the middle of a shift, question mark. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know about that. All this new earther, old earther stuff is BS. We are all from the same timeline. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm not convinced, you guys. I mean, when I look around my own environment, yeah, there's my home, my car is the same, as far as I know. I think once we think we know, we don't know at this point. I don't think there's any way to really prove, what is causing the effect at this point. I'm still not convinced of any one thing. That's just me. So, yeah.
Trying to find those eBay lyrics to Weird Al so I can show you what I'm talking about.
Oh, you know what? Check this out. Jerry's saying that he remembers a dash. Does anybody remember a dash in eBay?
I remember there being a dash in email. Email used to have a dash, the word email. And now it's just together. It's just ML. It's, just sounds weird. But yeah, email used to have a dash for sure.
So Suso Anthony, multi-dimensional beings experiencing multiple dimensions. Just my hypothesis. Hey, I was just looking a little bit at Dolores today. I was looking at some of her videos, and you know, I mean, it's very possible. I mean, I do. You know, one thing I feel pretty convinced about is that this is a multiverse. We're multi-dimensional beings. So I definitely agree with that. I definitely freaking agree with Led Zeppelin not having an E after looking at the residue. Yeah, I don't remember a dash in eBay. There's a slight part of me that feels like it does. That's why I had to question it. But yeah, Zeppelin, we definitely went through the reality residue on that. I'll do a show just dedicated to Led Zeppelin. I did do a reality residue show, but I didn't name it as Led Zeppelin. But I think it was just part of a lot of different things we were searching for. But that deserves its own show. Because yeah, I always thought growing up that I never questioned reality like now, but I always thought that Led Zeppelin looked different with the E.
Yeah, there's this thing that I can't remember who told me. One of my subscribers told me there's such thing as a silent E. Have you guys ever heard of a silent E? As in Led Zeppelin. He gave me the example, Led Zeppelin. You don't even pronounce the second E.
So, yeah, I know. I don't know. There's a lot of weird things with our language and our freaking grammar and our, I mean, you know, our spelling. It's all so strange now in this reality. These shifts are a trip. What do you think about the possibility that you know, there's a lot of people out there that are saying that, you know, something did happen in 2012, and this is a simulated reality that the AI put back together for us, or God, or whatever.
I'm really starting to wonder myself, because these Hollywood actors and actresses are in their 50s and 60s, and they look like they're in their 20s. I swear, like, it's incredible. I almost think that they've gotten new bodies. They figured a way to transfer their conscious.
I mean, maybe. I mean, maybe. You know, the whole thing with you know, Adam West, you know, dying recently. You know, the original Batman. I don't. Yeah, I totally remember him dying before. Totally. It wasn't too long ago either. So
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
For sure.
Teresa can agree with you there. She was telling me how, yeah, he did die not too long ago.
Yeah, it was a recent. It was a recent.
Yeah, we're talking about Adam West. It was.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, I remember him died a few years ago, and I said something to you right away, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
I would love to hang some residue on that tomorrow. If I do, I will share it with you. I'm going to be looking for that tomorrow. Hey guys, the Hard Rock logo changed. I was looking for your logo, the eBay, and I found Hard Rock. It looks really different.
It's funny how one thing tends to lead to another with these synchronicities. You know what I mean?
That always happens to me when I'm looking for one residue. I end up finding another Mandela. Yeah, Hard Rock looks weird. You might want to check that one out. That's a new one for me.
Hard Rock, okay.
Those R's keep turning into horns. I didn't know if you want to talk to like Matrix about the R's. I've been finding a lot of R's looking like horns lately, like really bad.
Yeah, and that would be like another whole episode for sure. Right, Life Matrix?
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, for those of you that don't know, I think probably most people know, Brian is the freaking expert when it comes to affected logos. So thanks for all your work with all that.
Yeah, I've got some tracings for you. Can I share those too? Like,
please, yeah, please. Oh, yeah, please do. Dick Van Dyke. Yeah, I remember Dick Van Dyke dying as well. You guys, it's a trippy one. It's a trippy one. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just give me a sec here.
Spell Led Zeppelin, Brian.
LED space ZEPPEL. Wait, ZEPPELIN. Zeppelin. I don't know.
Somebody just said on your chat there, the Led Zeppelin's changed the name, the spelling.
But yeah, this is what I've been encouraging everyone, is to take some tracing paper, go out there and trace some logos, Put your initials or name by it with the date.
And has that shifted since you traced that one?
No, the Coke itself hasn't shifted. I feel like I should have probably traced the Diet Coke. I don't know if you can tell, but the Diet Coke, the C and O used to be connected, but not the K, and now the K and the E are connected. There, the date was 5/13/2017. Look at the Dr. Pepper, guys. Look at that. That looks all weird with all those sixes. If you can see that, can you see it?
Yes.
So, but I've been doing the best I possibly can to roll these things out, because logos are you know, I think they're signs. They're trying to tell us something.
Have anything you've traced? Have you seen it shift?
Out of anything that I've traced, like my tracing shift or it shift afterwards?
Yeah, shift afterwards.
Yeah, I did a video. Teresa let me know about the Applebee's. She was at Applebee's and the flipping A and P joined. So I went there and I talked about it. I even mentioned how the A and the P connected looked like a 6. And then she tells me a little while later, like maybe, what was it, 2 weeks or a month later?
Yeah.
The P's now are broken. They're broken P's. And I noticed something else too about the same thing is going on with Sprite. Sprite now has a broken P.
Yes.
Same pattern. The same general pattern with these logos. So I'm just wondering if anyone else is noticing this stuff too, as much as you and I and like Teresa, and is anybody else paying attention to logos?
Did you tell them about the weird lines in them? The Sears looks weird now.
Yeah, the Sears.
I was on yesterday.
Yes, the Sears has that weird R. Yeah, go. I'm sorry, Life Matrix. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just wondering. Do you think there's a message through these shifts in logos? Is something trying to communicate something to us?
I think so. I think the number 88 comes up a lot. And
oh my god! 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 I'm gonna do oh my god for about 20 more times. Oh my god! 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 And oh my goddess! And oh my goddess! And oh my goddess! And oh my goddess! Hey, you guys! I can't tell you. You guys have heard me talk about it before. The 88 playfully haunts me every freaking day. Every freaking day. It's on license plates.
Really?
It's on receipts. I mean, anywhere where the number can show up, it is right in front of me, and at the most opportune moments too. And so if you want to go into that a little bit, Brian, I would really appreciate it, because it's also something I'm still learning about. I heard you speak about it before, the 88.
Yeah, well, 88 is a really funky number. It's has to do with, like, there's numerous examples. Where to begin? The piano has 88 keys. Okay, 88. It happens to be Adam West died when he was 88. That's the newest example. 88. The letters R and A. Me, Rena, and Teresa keep noticing these R's and A's keep joining in a lot of logos, and it almost points to like maybe like Ra or Ray. It could be like some form of a Babylonian or Egyptian god. But there's also Ra also points to the number 88 on the periodic table. Somebody mentioned that to me. I believe it was Robert Sanders, I think. So yeah, we're seeing general patterns here, and the most patterns that I see are these R's and A's. Honestly, I mean, you asked me about coding and 88s, and you think about Dale Earnhardt. What number was Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Dale Earnhardt?
Oh, 88.
That's right, and he lives forever. We will forever remember NASCAR because of Dale Earnhardt.
Oh my gosh, somebody just told me that I've got 8.8 subs on my channel right now.
Oh wow. Is that coincidence or what? Coincidence? I think not, right?
Let me go look at that. I got to verify this is true. I should know my own channel, what that is. I do indeed have 8.8 N47, which adds to 11, which is interesting at this current moment. I've actually been waiting for it to go 8888. So I wish I could name the person that hits 8888 on my channel, and I want to do something special for them, like buy them a massage or something. I don't know, but I mean, yeah, yeah, because that's awesome. I mean, whoever hits the 8888 on my channel, I mean, like, I bow to you. That's awesome. I don't know who it's going to be yet, but it's coming soon. It looks like. But yeah, please expand more on the 88 and the RA.
Okay, well, I thought about this too. If you think about the digital world, right? You have like, say, a 2-digit number. The highest you can go on the digital spectrum is 88. You know, in other words, if you fill in every broken line, like I know many of us don't have these old digital alarm clocks anymore, but like, if you look at like, if you fill in every broken line, it'll make it 88. Not to mention, if you put 2 cubes side by side, you'll get an 8. 4 cubes, you get an 88. It's very interesting. And then, you know, you look at the unfolding. Say you take a cube and you unfold it. It turns into a cross, or like a plus and a minus. You know, I think of all these things. My mind wanders, you know, with this Mandela effect, I'll tell you. But you know, did you know, like, the woman who came up with the tesseract, which is like basically the essence of time? She died when she was 88.
Is that the cube?
Yes, the tesseract. And they talk about it a lot in the movies, like Thor. I don't know if you guys remember in the movie Thor, but they mentioned the tesseract. And they had this big machine that looks like CERN, like that Loki. Remember, Loki came down and stole the tesseract.
Wow, that's interesting. I just had to throw up the 88 here with Dale.
Yeah, Dale Earnhardt. And also, like, SS is also equivalent to 88, apparently. I don't know if you guys are that much into old classic movies or not, but you know, the Never-Ending Story has the 2 snakes that form the 88. Can you show that to them real quick?
What is it? What is it?
The Orin. Do you guys know the Orin?
So should I type in what should I type in to get it up?
The Never-Ending Story, Orin.
Okay.
I think it's spelled A-U. I think it's spelled A-U. Orin. I think it has a Y in there. A-U-R. How it's spelled. Orin symbol. Huh?
You mean the snakes?
Yes, the snakes. It forms in 88 when you look at it, and that's like the essence of time. And also, 88 means infinite in both directions, in past and present.
Correct. And hey, maybe we're in a never-ending story now. I mean, yes. especially with these people that die, and then they don't die.
I mean, it's very true. I for one, I thought that this was just a hoax. I thought it was celebrity deaths hoaxes that were going on, like, I think it's like back in 2013. And what do you guys remember? Let's see if anyone what do you guys remember about the plane that went down? You remember in the South Pacific? What was it, Flight 347 or something like that? What was that number? I can't remember.
I don't remember. I just want to say real quick, Mandela effect comedy. Thank you for this one. DNA. He says DNA equals double helix molecule 88. So the DNA equals double helix molecule 88. So our DNA is connected to 88 apparently. I really like this picture of this book with the snakes and the double 88.
I know, right?
And also this is like quantum immortality, you know, as well. Like, you know, that we don't die, we just shift. And I keep talking about how many of us feel like we have shifted through death, and we wouldn't know it because we just shift, and other people experience our death, but we continue on because our consciousness just moves into a reality, a parallel universe closely matched into our previous one. And this is still like in the top 3 of my hypothesis of what could have caused my shift to this more. And this reality is that, so, and in this reality, the veil is thinning for us personally. It's a personal thing because we are closer to God now. So things are more shifty. We're closer to the Creator. And so we're living in a more shifty reality, a more malleable reality. That's what I'm thinking.
Yes, exactly. My thoughts exactly. And there's actually a psalm, and if we look at Psalm 88 real quick, I think it's verse 8. It talks about what is happening with the Mandela effect. If you'd like, I can read that to you guys real quick.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
Okay. If we look at, actually, you know what? It's actually Psalm 88 verse 8.
Wow.
How about that?
Wow.
How coincidental. Thou hast put away mine acquaintance far from me. Thou hast made me an abomination unto them. I am shut up and I cannot come forth. Does that make you feel like, does that resonate with anyone there?
Oh, yeah.
Feeling lonely a little bit, you know, feeling like somewhat of an outcast or something? Anyway, I just thought I'd share that. A lot of 88s coming up, guys. And if you think about it, like, I think 22 represents perfection. And just a hair past that is 23. The 20, it takes 4 22s to make an 88. So that's like 88 is probably perfection right there. It's 4 times perfection, actually. Which kind of, when I think of 88 also, I think of Fruit Loops. You guys know the Fruit Loops has the 4 O's now.
Don't get me started on that.
Yeah, that reminds.
Yeah, there you go. Wow.
What do you think about that?
Yeah. I mean, you guys, I mean, it's been out in my own like world. Like I do my best to be hyper aware around things in my own reality, not so much even the internet these days. You know, there's a lot of shifts we can look at on the internet and go, yeah, that's real. But when we get out in our own world in our hyper aware mode, there are things that are going to show up more than anything. Go ahead and share that, the Fruit Loops.
Yeah, do you guys see that? And that weird.
I got to stop sharing. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that weird little R. That's new.
Yeah.
But you see the 88,
Wow, I never saw that, Brian. Holy moly, I'm convinced that's why they shifted into Fruit Loops. I'm absolutely positive. Dude, I'm getting chills. Like I don't get chills that often, especially on air. That just did it to me. No doubt, that's what that is.
Look at this. You see that? That's an 8, and then you got this one down here that's an 8.
You can actually look at it. You can look at it the other direction too. Actually, you can just say, "Hey, it's 88 right there." They're just spaced out, but it's still 88.
And another thing too, I could have sworn there was the red loop in here somewhere. I don't know what they did. I could have sworn the blue one was a red one, maybe. I don't know.
You know, I think Sam is holding the answer to this whole thing. He's just not telling us. The bird knows what's going on. I'm telling you.
There's definitely something going on here. And another thing that I've noticed, okay, all these stop signs, okay, they have changed. Now I don't know what's doing it. The stop signs were like regular the way they are, and they're fading like all over the country. They're turning like pink or white. Have you guys heard about that?
I saw a video of that.
That's crazy. And then there's this guy, you can go on his channel and like email him pictures. You know, I've got probably like 5 pictures of stop signs. It's really weird. It's a phenomenon.
Oh, I think I saw that on your channel, actually. Yeah.
Oh, what do you got there?
I was just looking at the 88 thing here.
Yeah. I mean, since we're on the subject of Adam West and he died at age 88, I think that's so uncanny. Maybe he's. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, go ahead. Please do.
No, look at the angel numbers. 88 right there.
Yeah, right here it says neo-Nazis used the number 88 as an abbreviation for the Nazi salute Heil Hitler. That's not so positive.
No,
but of course but of course that's what Google would give us. And it's not Google, it's actually CERN. Really.
Oh my God.
Because
I just realized something. Isn't it when you tear apart the 88 you get a Nazi symbol? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, the Nazi symbol. That is correct. That's exactly what happens.
Oh my gosh!
So I don't know. It's not as positive as above so below narrative, but yeah, I've heard it and I saw it when I was researching just now. As a matter of fact.
Well, I think here's what I think. The reason why eBay went to a lowercase b, and I'll tell you, because from the patterns that I'm seeing, and Evan pointed this out as well. Evan Powers, I don't know if you guys are familiar with his channel, but he pointed out that the E's, the A's, and the B's, and the D's are all 6s actually, and the P's also. So with the B shifting from a big B to a small b, it's actually not like looking like an 8 anymore. It's looking like a 6. So we have the E, which is a 6, the little b, which is a 6, and the A, which is an upside down 6. Or backward 6, sorry. So you have 666 now on the eBay logo.
Oh, wow. So yeah, I recommend you guys pay attention to the 88, because there's definitely something to it, and I do believe there's a message in it. And Ralph's, by the way, used to have an apostrophe S. That one's for Rachel. You know, I've done reality residue search on that, and there was definitely an S in Ralph's.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I think I think Lowe's got it. I think Lowe's got the Ralph's apostrophe.
Yes, and what about Kohl's too? Didn't Kohl's get one?
I don't know about Kohl's.
You know the L has a horn on it now on the Kohl's.
Yeah, you're the pro on that one. I don't follow the logo changes as much, but I definitely am grateful you're out there doing it. And so here's just some random eBay, just like going through eBay logo, search here, and it's just like you're not going to see anything with that capital B anymore, you guys. It never existed. I mean, nowhere, even at the headquarters, right? I mean, it just never existed. But yet they still call themselves eBay with a capital B. Once again, it's so bizarre.
Remember that Windows. Go back up. We just saw a Windows picture. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
That's the number 88 right there in the Windows.
There it is.
Remember those colors. Remember those colors, because I'm also remembering BMW on their logo. The blue is at the top left. But yeah, remember those colors. Okay.
Okay. Hey, we were just talking about Batman. There's Batman up in the right there. That's so funny.
Synchronicities.
Oh. Hey, Adam West, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, everything seems to be pushing toward this September 23rd date, and I want to point out to your viewers too that it seems kind of ironic that we're on the 266th Pope, and this is September 23rd is actually the 266th day of the year. It's weird. A lot of weird stuff going on, coincidences.
I've been seeing 23 in a lot of places too. And it has, it's not just a matter of you seeing a number or something that what it is it's the trigger. It's the feeling you get when you look at something and it's trying to tell you something. There's a message there. It's a feeling you get.
Exactly. I learned, 2 times 3 is 6. 2 divided by 3 is 0.666 repeated. It's weird. It definitely it's a hair past perfection. Like I think 22 actually points to the female, because I think 11 points to the male in numerology, and
Yes.
22 points to the female. And so I am kind of curious about what these meanings have for all of us. You know,
There's people out there working on the code, working on the puzzle, you know, and you're doing it with your logo stuff. I mean, you probably have already gotten a lot of the puzzle together. You just have to piece it together more now.
Huh. Hey, Brian,
yeah, Teresa. Go ahead.
is the CEO of eBay Devin, W-E-N-I-G?
You say
The CEO?
okay. What about his name?
I just found an article. It says Mr. Devin, W-E-N-I-G, CEO of eBay, and it's spelled exactly the E, the capital B, the A, and the Y. I just found residue.
All right, can you send it to me so I can share it with the audience?
Yeah, I just found it, but I'm like,
All right.
discussing eBay will lose my business permanently unless they stop this now.
Okay.
What about selling wolf pelt? Yeah. Yep.
Hey, I want to just say that John in the chat room says 88 is also used to mean bye-bye in Chinese language chats, text messages, etc.
Here, I'm sending it now.
Okay.
Thank you for that, John.
Yeah, thank you, John. No, there's nothing is a coincidence in this life. You know that, right?
Nothing is a coincidence.
You think about something and it comes into fruition.
Well, that's the thing, you guys. I've been thinking a lot about Dream On. I did a little video about Dream On just the other day, and the Dream On thing it's really been resonating with me. The Dream Matrix, that this life is more like a dream than ever. We're in such a dreamlike reality here, and Scarab and I have talked about it quite a bit as well. How and that's why you really truly can have a lot of fun right now. You can do a lot that you couldn't do before, and it's really you're. I mean, we've heard this, you know, from personal development people all the time, even when we were in our former reality. But it's really true now. It's true now more than ever. The only thing really holding you back doing anything you want to do here, including flying, if you guys want to go fly around, it's really you holding yourself back. I'm serious. I think it's possible. I used to have dreams of flying, and I think we're getting closer to, you know, being able to do that. I know it sounds nuts, but I think we're the only ones. And I think the construct that was built from the get-go kept us boxed, not being. Oh, of course, most of us know this. Kept us boxed in a timeline of reality where our multidimensional selves weren't able to play the biggest game.
I'm just trying to ponder what you just said. Yeah,
You see it?
I seen it was an article you sent.
Yeah, it says Mr. Devin Winnick. I'm not saying his name wrong.
Did you guys see that? I thought I shared it with you for a second there. Did you see it? Did you guys see it? It was an article.
No, I didn't see it. I mean, it came up just for a second.
Sorry about that. Let me jump back in here. You guys see the article now? Stop selling wolf pelts on eBay with a capital B.
There you go.
And that's cool, but even the freaking, you know, the site itself has got eBay all over it with a capital B. So I mean, that's why I was gonna go down the reality residue stream in the newspaper, newspapers.com, you know, for this cast. And honestly, I was just like, you know, well, I can't really do that now because this reality, it's still, there's capital B all over the place on their actual website. They're still calling themselves capital B, eBay. It's just their logo is not following, you know, the name. That's what it seems like. Because newspapers.com's got eBay all over it with a capital B, all over, tons and tons.
You guys, I want to share something else with your audience, if that's cool, man.
Yeah, please do.
Okay, this is because we were talking about Google and everything, and we're talking about all these sixes and everything. Sorry. Yeah, this, you guys see that, right? The Chrome logo. Doesn't that trip you out? It's hidden right before our eyes.
Oh yeah, Absolutely.
Not to mention Vodafone has 3 sixes in its name. Apple represents the fall of man.
Wow.
Disney has all the 6s in their name. We're seeing 6s a lot. I don't mean to be jumping around. Sorry. There's just a lot to share. I mean, that's how our world is very interesting. Very, very interesting.
It was set up from the beginning for a reason, the way it's set up. There's no doubt.
Man was created on the 6th day, too, I want to add.
Here's one from Kim Kardashian herself.
You have another one?
Spelling correctly. Yep. This is from Kim Kardashian. Doesn't her name have a West to the end of it? West? Kim Kardashian. I'm sorry, I messed her name up. West? You see it? There's your eBay. Her selling her items on eBay.
Oh, gosh.
So, there you go. There's the residue. From her mouth herself.
Hey, you guys, I want to show you. I'm not going to click on too many of these, but I just want to show you on newspapers.com how much there is of the capital B. It's all over the place. This is how people remember the logo. This is how they remember the company. The company, again, is still eBay with a capital B. That's something a lot of us probably didn't know. I didn't know it until today. I thought that everything changed, but the company's still with a capital B. It's their logo that's not following. But you see here, you know, there's so much residue, and that's not because they got down to the bottom of their website and saw their name as eBay on the about section and, you know, et cetera, et cetera. It's because they lived in a reality. Everyone here, and you know, that's typing eBay, saw the logo that way. Absolutely positive. Tons and tons and tons. It just keeps on going. It's like the Duracell bunny. I mean, the Energizer bunny.
Yeah.
I mean Duracell bunny. Energizer.
Hey, I wanted to see if we could maybe call somebody from eBay and ask them if they realize, you know, you ever do that kind of thing? Do you ever call these companies and ask the people who work there?
Yeah, I mean,
like
I'm game to do it right now.
That's what I'm saying. We should try it.
Yeah,
do you have their?
I think it's easily found as long as the AI doesn't block it.
Sunday too.
I always do anytime I'm looking for a phone number, I always type get human after it, and it usually provides me with the correct number. We'll see. Okay. Average wait time is 13 minutes. You can call 866-540.
Okay, wait, hold on 1 second. I think I saw the same one. 866.
Yeah, 540.
540.
3229.
I think the audience really enjoys these calls. It's a fun aspect of this when we actually call the companies.
Hi, welcome to eBay.
Oh, thank you.
We may record this call. To get started, please say or enter the zip code or postal code on your account.
Yeah, no, the lady from Home Depot answered, thank you for calling Home Depot. She didn't say the Home Depot.
We got it on recording too. Because I was remembering that. She actually said it. She said Home Depot. She didn't say go Home Depot. I'm like, bam, we got it, Ryan. Right there, right on recording.
Correct.
In a few words, tell me how I can help you.
Oh, wait.
Yes, I'd like to know, when did your logo change to a capital B?
Hey, we may have to try it another time. I didn't read their closing time. Well, hang on. Pacific time, Sunday from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific time. It's already they closed like an hour and a half ago. My bad. Sorry.
7:33 non-Pacific.
No,
Yeah,
I would like to go back. I would like to go back to the reality I was previously at, where your logo had a capital B in it. I know. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's fun. I plan on doing that. Like, if we can wake up as many people as we can right now, I surely will. For all of you out there who are, sorry about the buzzing in the background, but the Chick-fil-A with the C, I woke up one of my fellow coworkers I used to work with. She's been there 24 years now. She just woke up to it last year. Actually, yeah, about November, I think, is when I talked to her. But everyone else who, like, because people, you know as well as I do, people that work for these fast food companies, they don't stay around long. But she's been there for 24 years. Imagine that.
Right.
And she's seen the logo change. She had like a gasp, like like that. It freaked her out, like seriously. And I was explaining it to her. I hadn't talked to her since though. I've been trying to reach out to her.
Look at this. Look at this from 2005. eBay auction for a back page ad position for Geist directory ended Tuesday. They've got the logo right here with the capital B, just as eBay has it or used to. See, that's the logo. That's the freaking logo, you guys. That's not. Oh my God, that's some awesome residue right there. That's the actual logo, just not in color, but they're mimicking the logo, you guys. This is awesome. Look at that. That is freaking it.
Yeah. I hope you don't mind, brother. I took a screenshot of that.
Please do. Please do. That's some awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2005. So it's not like they were using the font from their freaking newspaper. That is purposely the eBay logo right there, you guys. That's freaking beautiful. I feel like little rainbow sparkles just coming off of it.
That's how I feel when I find residue.
Yes, the moment of triumph.
I mean, you guys, what if whatever is doing all this is just giving us the game? I mean, I think it's a wake-up call. I think we're waking up. I mean, I shared recently that I just, was it last night, I had a dream. Well, actually, it was like during the day because I actually took a nap. But I had this whole thing about a voice that was like echoing through space-time saying, it's time to wake up the humans. It's time to wake up the humans.
I think so too.
And they're doing it in a fun way. It's like, this is fun. I'm like, excuse me. This is fun. I mean, it really is. I mean, I'm having a good time with it. And the synchronicities, the serendipities, awesome. Really awesome. You know, it's like, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, like, not to mention, like, the number 88 is kind of a loop. You know what I mean? It seems like it's a time loop, and like I'm seeing a lot of these broken rings too in logos, meaning maybe time has been broken.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to freak people out with the whole, but look, so funny here. Here's eBay with the lowercase b, and that's how it works. Reality residue. Pictures of things are not going to follow the current reality. But there it is with the lowercase b right there, you guys. But yet, why would they do it here? Oh, and that's crazy too, because see, I remember eBay having this logo. And
yes.
Look, the logo's, oh my gosh, the logo's different here. This it's the current reality here. But this is the way it was on the website. I remember it.
What does your girlfriend think about that?
About what?
About the eBay changing.
Oh, she doesn't want to hear about anything. You guys know this. Anybody that knows about my girlfriend, hey, I love her. She's awesome in so many ways. But I don't know. I dream of another love that is affected. It's true. It is true.
I'm right there with you, brother.
God, Anyway, so yeah, so there it is. There's the lowercase b, the way it is today, and of course they couldn't alter them. I think they did space out a little bit, like up and down, right? Just like the logo is. Has it always done that? Has it always been like up and down like that with the letters? Do you think
straight up and down, or
we see how like the E and then the B goes down, the A goes up, and the Y was it always like that?
I believe it was. Part of me says it was like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it did have the capital B for sure.
I'm looking for a tattoo.
So wait, God, my memory's getting a little weird here on this one. Am I correct? Because now I'm second guessing myself. Is the eBay that's highlighted there in the yellow, is that the way was it ever looking like that? Because now I'm not sure. Because now I'm looking at the logo today, but I feel like that Y looks really familiar. That A and that Y looks familiar. That font looks familiar to me. But I'm not sure now whether that was ever part of the actual logo.
Oh, guys, I'm getting some ringing in my ears just now. I mean, no lie.
Ow. Ow. Ow.
It was a slight one there. It's weird how I wonder, does CERN even know what they're doing to us? I'm sure they do, because they mock us with all their PDFs that they keep putting out there. You seen those, Life?
Oh, I'm sorry. What was it?
Have you seen those? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to divert your attention somewhere else. But the PDFs, like, I wonder if CERN realizes what they're actually doing to us.
Well, hey, that's a good thing. I got to run soon, but that's a good thing to close this on, and that is, do you not? We all know that this whole thing is being monitored. The whole phenomenon is being monitored either by AI, well, both AI and non-AI entities. There's no doubt that this phenomenon is being monitored, and it is feedback. It is feeding back information back and forth. There's communication happening, and there's a lot of observing. There's a lot of there's an intelligence behind it. It's auditing, it's logging. There's no doubt in my mind this is happening. We're being analyzed and watched through this process. I believe it strongly, and I'm not thinking like in a creepy, scary way. Even I'm thinking possibly even just in an intelligence that could be a very positive thing to move us forward to where we need to go and where we're headed next. Whether we're all going to the same dimension together, or we're moving into our individual dimensions to further our development of who we are as individual souls. If we died to get here, which is one of my hypotheses, if we shifted that way or we shifted some other way, I believe this is a very individual phenomenon, yet we're collectively here together experiencing it. Something to that effect.
Well, I wanted to share one thing, if that's okay. One last thing.
No. We got like at least 5 more minutes here.
Okay, there's this movie called The Knowing. I don't know how many of you guys out there are familiar with this, but it came out in 2009. It's a science fiction thriller. Had Nicolas Cage in it, and I don't want to like spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it. But okay,
I've seen it.
But there is this seems like a lot of parallels going on with what's in the movie, what's happening now. There's a lot of movies like that where and plus all these new movies that come out, I'm always looking for Illuminati messages. Like I don't know if you guys saw The Arrival too, or Arrival now. I'm not sure if it was The Arrival. Part of me says it was always Arrival, which I think that may be another Mandela effect. But
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's true. As Cindy just said in the chat room, this is one of my biggest hangups on it, and I'll explain why I think. She says, if we died, how can there be residue? That's the part I don't get. Yes, Cindy, I agree with that. However, if this is a mix-up of our old reality, and it's like something has pieced this back together. A lot of people say 2012 was our end date, and that we collectively shifted, or this could be individual shifts through death. I have no way of proving it, and I'm not looking to prove it. But when we have new anatomy and we have people that have died before that are now alive in this reality again, there are some clues with that. I mean, those are like on my former timeline. If those things were like being taken on as truth, then That would be really bizarre. And in this reality, it just seems like, oh, okay, well, yeah, that person was dead. Now they're alive, and okay, whatever. I mean, I know it's not whatever for everybody, but it's like we've come to be in a place with it of acceptance that that's really a real thing now. But how? Somebody here says we started branching in 2012. Someone says they've altered the timelines. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that's how this happened, but I do know, you know, my biggest clue for me is when I went to get my surgery in late 2013, as I've told the story so many times, I looked at Florida. I looked at where the Bahamas were. After my surgery, everything shifted. And then I slowly worked. I was waking up after that to a different reality that was like shifting all the time. But at that time, I didn't realize it was shifting. And it's not like it's obvious most days. Like you're not going to go out and see like major shifts. Your home's going to look the same for the most part. Most people don't experience, you know, huge shifts. And if they do, they're just kind of like, oh, okay, I must be misremembering or da-da-da. But I just wonder, I mean, I wonder if you die, is this how you wake up that you died? I just wonder. I mean, it's a very gentle process if that's the case, that we end up in a parallel reality that was similar to our former. What a beautiful, gentle process if that's the case. And if that's not it, then you know, I mean, I'm open to whatever this is. But I do believe regardless, it's a wake-up call, and I think we can continue to be in a positive place with it. I am curious, Brian, did you have any time before you awoke to the effect that you might have had an NDE or maybe felt like you might have died?
Well, let me put it this way. I've been in 3 accidents in the last 2 years, and probably 2 of which I should have died, like honestly, and I've been miraculously saved.
And so we ask ourselves, because you know, I've had the same conversation with Scarab and so many other people that are experiencing the effect. He had an accident where he thought he could have died. I had a surgery where I could have. Well, I've had a lot of freaking. Look, I think we've shifted. I think we're always shifting, like Dolores Canyon says. But I also think that we probably shift through death as well. You know, we lived in a reality where a lot of us, not all of us, but a lot of us lived in a reality where the green light was on top, the traffic lights. You know, how does all of a sudden, you know, these things shift? Reality residue. You know, I think it can still be here because our consciousness is shifting, but yet our old reality is still a part of us. So it's still possible that the residue could be there. But it's oh my gosh, it's puzzling though. It's puzzling, but you can't. Let's see. I think some people die and live on in multiple parallel realities and then die permanently. Eventually, when it's our time, I believe in heaven. Someone said in the chat room just now. And that makes sense. I mean, it could be like a video game. You know, you go until, you know, all your lives are up. And you just keep shifting until what you've come here to do in this reality, in these lives, when your time is up and you've learned all you needed to learn. And if that's the case, then man, how much peace does that bring to us about our loved ones that have moved on? Possibly they'd kept on going. And then the fear factor. If this is true, that quantum immortality is true, at least for a certain amount of time, and we get many chances at life, then, you know, that takes away the fear a great deal about, you know, because what are the greatest 2 fears in this life, right? That everyone talks about.
And life is definitely a gift. We should never take it for granted. And
never take it for granted. Nathan Sanders, it says here, you know, a lot of people are convinced that they died. He's like, I died in 2013. Person here in the chat room, you know, Teresa's saying in the chat room, could we have died in 2012? Our conscience got transferred elsewhere, and a lot of people are saying that. There's a lady online that keeps, you know, posting on my Facebook on my YouTube channel, that's saying that she knows that we died in 2012 and that our original Earth is no longer. And this is not the geography of our original Earth, but see, that's what's. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I was just going to point out about maybe the whole sun simulator then maybe it actually makes sense is what I'm saying. Like, I've got Tom here with me. Tom, is it okay if I bring him on too for a second?
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, he's been studying the Schumann resonance. Tom, say hi to Life Matrix and everyone.
Hey, hi everybody. The Life Matrix. I've been watching you for a long time, and it's been a total pleasure to meet you, to talk to you.
Oh,
and
thank you, Tom. Thank you.
I want to mention, yeah, I really respect everything you do, and I listen to you and scare them all the time, and you guys are a great combination. You know, what I want to say about the Schumann resonance, forever, this guy, Dr. Schumann, he discovered it back in 1952, 54, and it's always had like 7.83 hertz. It's been like that, and that's the same frequency that the brain waves go, the alpha brain waves go at your brain. Well, what's happened since 2014, that's been spiking up, and it's moving out of the alpha range into the beta range, and now it's been spiking into the gamma range. And what they say, the alpha range, when it used to be like that, was a state between being asleep and being awake, like the groggy state. And now it's spiking up so high, and what they say happened is people are become more aware of things. They're more edgy. You see a lot of people with anxiety attacks and maybe all kinds of stuff, can't sleep and all that, or people are just like they can't sit still. And I notice if my son and my daughter, they can't sit still anymore. And myself, I'll just keep going. But in the last couple of months, I've been just getting all kinds of revelations about everything. And that's because that Schumann resonance used to be about 7.83 hertz. Now it's spiking up to like, it was spiking up to like 36 hertz for a while. Then just this year in January, the end of January, it got up to like 90 hertz, I believe. And then recently, it got up to 120 hertz, which is absolutely phenomenal. And it's in the gamma wave range. So now we're able to perceive and think more, and I believe that affects time, the rate of time. When you count 1001 or 1 Mississippi, you'll notice that the seconds are actually moving faster than the way you're counting, the way you perceived the second before. So everything's changing. I mean, everything in the quantum level is being changed. And what I find fascinating is I talk to people, they always think everything was one way, and I see the quantum change. I said, no, it's this way now, but it used to be that way, but they always see it that way. So it's like people experience reality two different ways, the same thing, but they're both right, which totally makes sense. We'll call quantum mechanics. It's almost like we're playing a video game where, you know, when players come together and they play each other, they're experiencing the same reality, but then when they branch off to play their individual game, then they can have different experiences.
Wow. Yeah. So it almost feels like well, someone was saying that this doesn't feel like a simulation in the chat room. You know, we are still physically bound in a sense. But it does, but it is still, especially when you're in pain, things like that, you're like, okay, this is very physical. But, or even when you're having sex, I had to say it. but it's like, yeah, I mean, it's like things that we're eating, things that bring us pleasure, you know, pain, you know, there's a list, right? We still feel like we're very much in a physical existence. But yet, you know, all these other things are showing us that maybe that's not the case, that the really base reality is that we're somewhere else. We're somewhere else. And the holographic universe theory.
Really interesting. Is, you know, when you get down to the smallest part, it's called like a Planck's length or Planck time. And that's the smallest divisible unit of reality. They say you can't divide anything smaller than Planck's length or Planck's time, which is actually the speed of light traveling Planck's length. That's how to get Planck's time. And they say that's sort of like the final resolution of a bit of this reality. That everything is somewhat of a computer quantum sense. That's the reason why when these changes happen in the present, that they always been, because time in itself is kind of an illusion, because the past and the present is the same, even the future. The way we concept time is like a three-dimensional space, but that doesn't that's not real anymore. And seeing time speed up is a reality that I'm kind of just trying to deal with. But the really cool thing is everything is retroactive, where everything is quantumly entangled in this whole universe. Everything's entangled. Like we're on the same thing. But then, according to quantum mechanics, there's an infinite number of realities that we can all possibly
Sorry for that
experience.
buzzing, you
But
guys.
because we're observing it, it's collapsed into one thing.
Yeah, and I think you know, all along the base reality could be, again, holographic in nature. You know, there's been so many scientists, you know, that not that that means anything, but they talk about the holographic universe. They talk of, you know, we've got Elon Musk, which I think he's a Mandela effect, quantum effect in himself. But I mean, we're living. I think the base reality has always been holographic in nature, and it probably is, but yet we've been bounded by different rules and laws because we were in a reality before, I believe, that was not as, again, the veil wasn't as thin. The veil seems much thinner now.
Exactly, or fractured. I believe it's kind of somehow
Fractured is a yes, Tom.
And everything else. Like now we know that it's almost like being waken up in the Matrix when Neo woke up in that pod and found out that the real world wasn't real, you know? And I think that's
right
to all of us that are awakened, that we see reality for what it really is.
Yes, I have to touch on this. I agree with that. Someone in the chat room was saying, I won't name you, that sex is on fire right now, meaning I think she meant that like it's like perhaps like nothing she's ever experienced. I'm going to out myself. I'm going to say that in this reality, you guys, I think my ratings are going to go up here. Give it 1 second. Yes. I think they're going up. No, I'm serious. Like I've never experienced sex like I have experienced sex since I became aware of the effect. And sexual energy is one of the largest, strongest energies we can experience, you know, in human consciousness. That love, right? Positive energies. I'm all about all of it. And there's something I haven't been able to put it into words or into a video or into something that makes sense around the effect. But man, just creation in general. I mean, sex is the act of creation, creates life in this matrix. There's really something around it. Tantra, you know, has become more, I mean, I've always been interested in it, but it's become even more interesting to me since I've experienced sexuality in a different way, since I've been awake. And it's something I'm probably going to end up talking about in a video eventually. But I still haven't figured out how to really put it into a coherent way of talking about it.
Well, I think it goes deeper than that. It's like the intimacy, the fellowship, the friendship, the relationships. I mean, when I talk to like Brian and Teresa and multitudes of other people who see the Mandela effect and realities and stuff, it's like I have an instant bonding. I have a greater bonding with people that I meet online than I actually do with my friends I have in work and in church and all this other stuff, man. It's because all you guys are like me. We have a deeper understanding, but we have I don't know. It's a deeper intimacy, I think.
Yeah, I think that's accurate, Tom. I like that take on it, and it's true. I think we're well. Look, I mean, we're able to find each other in this corner of the online matrix, and it's a blessing. But yet, I'm still a little freaked out that CERN created this freaking matrix in this reality. I want to address something. High anxiety in the chat room. He says, "I don't know. That sounds made up. Life matrix. It is not made up, you guys. Look, I'm a straight shooter." And if you think that I'm making anything up, you really don't belong here. And I don't mean that in a negative or, you know, demeaning way. I just want you to know that I'm a straight shooter. You don't need to question what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And together we can rule the galaxy as father and son.
I personally enjoy watching the change, seeing the change and stuff. I mean, I just can't believe that I don't know. I can never go back. You know, I can never go back the way things are. I don't know what it is. It just, the whole thing gets me more excited, more energetic. Yeah, I don't know. I just love it. I mean, I don't really want to just fire up the YouTube videos and watch the new effects and everybody's idea of what's caused or whatever, you know? Just
Absolutely. High anxiety. Okay. Hey, thanks.
Man, they're my eye, you know?
Yeah. Thank you for that. I just have to, because I'm sorry, I'm being misdirected here. Not misdirected, but I'm being directed over to high anxiety again. He says he was teasing. I just called you out. Since now you're saying you were teasing, cool, man. It didn't seem like it. All right. I just, I'm all about getting along with everybody. And I just, you guys, it's something I don't think any of us are trying to misdirect or, because we all deal with it. Anybody who's online talking about this phenomenon, it's like we are all dealing with people that are not so nice. And so we might, including me, I'll out it that I'm probably a little bit on the defensive because so many of us have been attacked and said, oh, that's BS, whatever. And whatever, just giving us like people saying, your motive's not pure and whatever. But I don't think I've met too many people that are genuinely in this movement that are, trying to be fake or making stuff up. There is one person that apparently is two people on YouTube that I just found out about. I didn't know those two people were the same person. I'm not going to name that person. But there is, somebody I do believe that's making stuff up. But yeah, I just think it's brave for any of us to be out here talking about this effect. And we just need to really, respect each other and just have patience because
everybody has a desire to bring the truth out. I mean, that's the passion of I consider you guys who make these Mandela videos like, the greatest things, because it's the coolest things that you guys crank out these videos and do the work. And hats off to all the residue hunters, the residue finders, because I say that the people who make the videos, they're just awesome, but behind them are the great residue finders, which hats off.
Yes, hats off to the residue hunters out there.
Yeah,
and thank you. Yeah, I mean, we need more residue hunters. We do, and please, like, if there's anybody out there that has some extra time, it wants to, if you've got some talent and being good at searching for things online and so forth, and you want to share it with anybody in this community, we all appreciate it. The people that are actually doing the videos, it's awesome. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, because like Tom was saying, Tom, didn't you say because they're like the backbone, of the Mandela effect community?
Yeah, they're our backbone. I mean, I like to look at three categories of people. One, the people who find the effects, like drive around, all of a sudden they see a change, and then they hand it off to the residue hunters to find residue to back it up to see if it's official. And then after that, you take it to the video producers and have them put it out on YouTube, man. The three groups of people, we can create a huge think tank where we have the finders, the residue hunters, and then the ones who make the final video. We could probably crank them out a lot more and find more residue, because the thing is with the Mandela effect, I always say we see 10% or top of the iceberg, but there's 90% that we have yet to see that haven't been uncovered yet.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But it's really awesome. Even Kata Yasol is still, as always, I mean, she does a great job when it comes to the King James Bible. I mean, I talked to her a lot, and she does too.
Tom, do you have a channel?
He does.
Yeah, I do. I haven't really rolled out any videos yet. I've been pretty much just watching videos and just getting deeper understanding. But I'm going to start cranking out some stuff. I've been seeing patterns in creation, and like, you know, I find out if you find a pattern, then it's always being repeated. Like, you know, for example, they use trigonometry for architecture, they use it for electronics, they use it for calculating many things, but they use the same thing over and over again, you know?
Well, here's one thing that I just learned recently, Life. I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but you know where the Great Pyramid of Giza is?
Well, I do now. It used to be you had to take a camel to get to it, like days and days, and in this reality, it's an Uber drive.
I know, right? And the fact that the latitude actually equals the speed of light now, like I don't remember that. It's like 29.97 or something like that. It's speed of light is 2.997.
It was crazy.
100,000 kilometers per second. Right?
Wow.
That's what it was, or 186,250 miles.
It was around 2.99 or something like that, times 10 to the 8th, I believe.
300,000 meters per second. That was the speed of light.
Yeah.
That changed.
Did it change?
I don't know. Don't know. That's why I used to remember it being.
Oh, well, here's another crazy thing. Have you guys seen any like videos or pictures where NASA is shown with like a water bubble in the background? Like, how do you have that in space?
We all know that one guy that came out with a video recently that exposed like so much about the space station. I mean, oh my God, like the guy floating in the background with a harness and all that, and the green screen stuff. Wow. Like it's so obvious that I have to wonder if they did it on purpose. Like that's my gut feeling that NASA did that on freaking purpose. And I'm not sure why, but I feel like they did.
Well, there's another video. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it, but President Bush Sr. is walking in on NASA, and off to the right, you can still see the green screens in the background, like at the top.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you seen that?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe space is water.
Yeah. I mean, the bottom line is I'm not, this all started for me as I was researching flat Earth, like so many other people. I've told the story, but you guys, it's like this construct, this reality is so far beyond, even flat Earth. It really is. That's my take on it. That's my gut feeling. But yet I do have this feeling. And when I saw that map that apparently is really old, that was, like in a Buddhist temple or whatever the story was, like that map, when I saw the surrounding continents outside the ice wall quote, I was like, it was a beautiful thing what it did for my imagination. I loved it. I was like, oh my God, somebody's got to do a movie like this because, it seems like that is very plausible that we are the intersector. And I still can't stop thinking about it.
I know exactly how you feel. I'm just letting everything sink in right now because it's one of those things. Like, have you ever watched one of those movies like and then you wake up to the reality the next morning? Like, that's far-fetched. Like, you believe it when you see it, but then the next day you're like, I don't believe it. This is one of those things that, like, once you see the Mandela effect, you cannot unsee it. I try to take days off all the time.
Yeah, I know.
And like, I just can't unsee it anymore.
Yeah, you guys know I shut down my channel for a while. Took my videos down. I was gone, and it's hard. It's hard to go backwards. I mean, it's possible. You can do it if you choose to, but you're still going to be living your life with a more of a hyper aware mode. And you can just look at it and laugh at it and continue on with your life and not be actually involved in the movement and the awakening. But if you were ever a truth seeker and sharer at any point in your life, you're probably not going to give up on it.
Yeah. Can I share something else too with you guys? I'm not sure if I showed your audience, but there's my yearbook. Me and Rena were talking about it, and the AI has actually came into play in my yearbook now. Chick-fil-A turned into an IA. Let me share that. Can I share that real quick?
Yeah, please do. And I love your story about Chick-fil-A, man. It's awesome. Your name badge. How your name badge shifted in this reality.
Okay,
crazy.
It's from my friend Alan Folsom. Look at this. It says hang on. You guys see that? Chick-fil-A and then the IA after it. He spelled it Chick-fil-A, CHIC, A and the A turned into AI or IA. Weird.
Oh, weird. That is weird. Wow.
Texture.
Well, you guys, I am so grateful for this cast. It actually turned into a cast that was really a blast. Oh, hey, hold on one second, you guys. Hold on one second. Check this out.
Sure.
Say hello. Say hello, my friend, my brother.
You're on air, aren't you?
I am on air.
Man, I'm sorry I didn't get back to you, dude. I've been man, I have a flea infestation problem in Texas.
Okay, you're letting everybody know you have a flea infestation. You know, you're on.
Well, I think anybody in Texas knows it, dude. It's insane. My dogs are so covered with them. I was dipping dogs when you called me.
Dipping dogs.
Dipping dogs. Yeehaw.
Well, hey, do you want to come on? Well, I'll tell you what. Would you like to come on? Because Rachel, it looks like Rachel's going to come on tonight. Would you want to join us?
What time?
I don't know. I'm still texting with her to see what time she can come on. Maybe within an hour or so. I'm hoping.
Maybe. I got a lot. I'm battling it, bro. Look, here's what happened. The dogs carried fleas into the house.
No,
I didn't realize it got so bad.
The AI released fleas on your dog.
It's like 10,000 to 1, bro, and I'm losing here. Okay?
Wow.
Yeah, dude. It's like insane, dude. It's like, where did these fleas come from? Oh my God. Well, I knew they were, scratching, and I've been, washing them and bathing them and stuff, but I can't. I'm losing the battle. So I went and got the flea dip. Yeah, man.
Can't they just get rid of fleas in this reality? I mean, can't they just like?
They can. They have a pill for them, but dude, like there's no reason why a pill should cost the way. I mean, these pills are ridiculous, like $50 a piece for a pill. It's like, it sucks, and it lasts 3 months. It'll kill all those.
Yes, Cindy in the chat room says Texas is covered in fleas.
Oh, it's awful, just awful. And I'm out in the country, so I got fat country fleas. I got fleas so big, dude, they're stealing furniture. It's true.
That's hilarious, man. Well, thank you for bringing some humor to our last part of the show here, and thank you, for just being here. And
yeah, bro, no problem, man.
Yeah.
I saw your message. I was busy. I was like, damn, I'll get back to him. I jumped on the internet real quick. I saw you were doing a broadcast. I was like, oh crap. Well, let me call him. And yeah, dude, wish me luck. I'm gonna go. I'm still battling them. I'm dipping them twice.
Okay, man. We're
on the second dip, baby. Let's do this.
That's awesome, brother. Well, we'll see if we can line it up so you can be on with us. I'd really like that if you could.
All right, man. We'll see what we can do.
Okay. Thanks, man. All right. So I do that to him often, man. I just bring him on. He doesn't even know.
Hey, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun, you guys. Seriously, we should do this again.
Yeah, we'll do it again. Thank you so much, Brian. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Teresa. Thank you for everybody in the chat room. We got one more person that would like to say something before we get off the air. Okay. Are we okay? We good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Everyone, please be quiet for 1 second here. It's a very important message. Yes, Luke. Thank you, everybody. And you guys, we're going to have Rachel Rinstra on tonight. It looks like, if everything goes well, she's the host of ABC Wildlife Docs, and she's been on Scarab Show several times. And it's pretty cool having someone like her speaking up about the effects. So I'm hoping it's going to work out tonight. So stay tuned. Maybe it'll happen. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Brian.
Yes, sir.
All right, you guys.
Thank you, all of you. Keep up the good fight, right?
Absolutely. And it's not even a fight. It's more of a...
it's just a saying, a slogan.
Oh, I know. But I think it's more of a... I think, honestly, when you get over being scared and, feeling threatened by the reality shifts, I think it's a blessing. I think it's a beautiful thing. And I think it's fascinating. And I think it shows us once again that we can do whatever we want with this reality. Just keep on believing, like the Journey song. Don't stop believing.